think it's at a good volume. Hello. For like the 3 people who are here. Not even. I'm animating. Just stick with this. I rearranged my room yesterday and got a new bed in my room. I used to have a loft bed, but oh hi Eros. Hi Eros, that's my dog Eros. I got him like a week ago. He's a very big menace. Hi buddy. Thank you for the kisses. No. Thank you for the kisses, Eros. Thank you. And if you're wondering why my aggro has like emo bangs, slightly embarrassing, but I actually, when I draw it properly, it's like what I want my hair to look like. I have brown hair, I don't have black hair, but eventually I'm gonna try to have my hair grow out because I have dyed hair. I'm gonna have my hair grow out, and then when it does, just dye all the ends to be white. And I feel like that would look really cool. I'm not gonna lie. My computer's throwing a fit, if you can hear that. Let me open up the live stream. Alright, there we go. There we go. Okay. That works. I'll deal with that. I really like that. This is like another version of aggro. And like aggro is already Sona, but I haven't named this version yet. I've like played around with it being like aggro's older sibling. But then they'll give it lore, and then it'll feel more of a character, and that's the entire reason why I disconnected from Pyro. For whoever remembers Pyro. I'm also not playing music because it'll screw with my mic, and I like having my mic on. Ish, kind of. What I mean by that is, talking is a little hard for me sometimes. Actually, I'm not shading it. Hell. I'm basing this shirt off of the shirt that I have on now. Okay, actually, that's not. You know, it would really help if I used like a reference for how shirts work. But I refuse to use references, I guess. There we go. Still looks ugly. I guess, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. It's fine. Hold on. Let me cook. I just had an idea. Boom. Neat. Not really, but I don't care. Alright. And then, color line art-ish. I'm very bad at filling in silence. Because I'm just in the zone. You can hear my dad being on a call, so I'm trying to talk over that. Just in case he says any last names and shit. What happened yesterday? Yesterday, me and my mom, as in mostly entirely my mom, moved my new bed into my room. There goes Eros. Moved my bed into my room. And no, he isn't going nowhere, he's just sitting. I love Eros. Anyway, we moved my new bed into my room. But it was a little interesting because the bed that I had earlier was a loft bed. And that got pretty interesting because we had to take apart the loft bed. In case you don't know, a loft bed is basically a bunk bed, but the side underneath the top bed is empty, or in my case, has a desk. And we had to move all of that out, one piece at a time. My mom thought she was gonna sell it, but all the pieces were like dying. So that was interesting. It's still sitting in our front porch. I think it's really funny. My parents don't really. I've just been chilling. Other than that, I've been getting used to my new bed. Actually, I don't have a new desk yet because my old bed was also my desk. So I'm streaming right now on my bed because that I don't know. Gotta make do with what you have, I guess. But yeah, no. I really like my new bed. It's really fancy. It has LEDs on it, and it keep on getting distracted. It has LEDs on it, and it has drawers underneath it, and it's entirely made out of metal, and it has a charger port for my phone, which I think is super neat. And anyone who disagrees with me is wrong. I'm just kidding. Hmm. I'm not gonna really do that. Alright, perfect. Then this. I love animating. I've been able to animate since I got Eros, because he's a puppy. But, it's worth the ride, honestly. Because earlier, he took a crap downstairs, and I got really mad about that, but honestly, I'd be really sad if I had to, like, that sounds really bad, if, like, I didn't have him anymore. Because he's my guy. He's my boy. Hey, Rose, you're my boy. He isn't listening. He's guarding my door. Funny thing that Eros does, he barks at anyone and everyone coming up the stairs. Because he deems them as a threat, I guess. Question mark. Alright. And then coloring inside. I'm debating if I should keep this red or if I should put it the black color of the hair that I drew earlier. This my other dog. I have two dogs right now. One of them is Rocky and the other is Eros. I'm talking about you. Hey, buddy. I got Eros a week ago or so. Yeah, it looks so much better. And I've had Rocky since, like, I was 7. So there's a bit of an age difference in the dogs. And you can see that when they're interacting. Because Rocky is a big, grumpy old man. And Eros is a happy-go-lucky puppy who's extremely tone deaf. As in, he doesn't understand when he's in trouble. And he doesn't understand when I'm grumpy. That said, I'm not, like, mean to him. Usually I'm not. I don't try to be, at least. Dog owning is actually so controversial on the internet. But, it's different for everyone because everyone has a different dog. As in, like, discipline. That's what I meant by that. Everyone has a different take on discipline. And my take on it is that you should only do the necessary discipline. You shouldn't, like, hunt your dog down and yell at them for 3 hours because the dog is going to be hella confused. But, then again, if you let the dog get away with everything, the dog's going to think that everything it's doing is okay, when it's not. That said, you also that said dog owners should also own up to when they make a mistake in dog owning. Like, for example, I didn't pick up the signs on Eros needing to go outside, which, by the way, he might need to go outside right now, and then I have to take a break or end the stream. But I didn't pick up on the sign, and he took a dump inside, and I had to clean it up. And I didn't yell at him about it because he knew that he had to go outside, and he was doing the right thing. It was my fault that I didn't pick up on it. However, when he's fooling around with our cats and trying to nip at them to get them to play, I do tell him, no, stop that, pretty sternly, because he needs to learn that the kitties do not like playing with him. Yeah, here he is, I think, maybe. He's really clumsy. He unplugs all my stuff, he steps on all my stuff. Oh, they're both barking. Rocky, Arrows, quit it! Hi, buddy. Hi. No, don't step on my cords. Don't step on my cords, you big doof. Yeah, you chew on those. You want me to play too? Okay. I don't like talking for that long. For long periods of time, because it hurts my voice. However, I am trying to get better about it because I don't really know, to be honest. I just want to get better about it. Okay. Dogs are noisy. Dogs are so noisy. But it is what happens when you own a dog. Actually, a lot of things changed in my day-to-day life when I got Arrows. Because I am usually a pretty laid-back and relaxed person. I usually don't really like running around, and if I do, it's for very short periods of time. And I do need to get better about that. Because my dopamine from not exercising is in the garbage. So there's that. But anyway, Eros is a German Shepherd puppy who loves playing. Oh crap. It's fine. It's just an alarm on the phone. I wonder if you can see the replay. Can you guys see that? No, you can't. Okay. Alright. Now the show's done, yeah. actually. Eros is quite well behaved, but he's also not well behaved at the same time. It's really like, okay, because he's really good at his recall. He's insanely good at his recall. I'll say, Eros, come here, and he'll be at my side in about 0.3 seconds when he's not distracted. If he's distracted, then his recall doesn't work. He doesn't do his recall if he's distracted. So, I have a few options of what to do. I have to either A, calm him down, B, drag him away of whatever he's barking at by his collar, which is a little mean, or C, give up. And usually I just give up. Dog owning. Hello. I just saw the chat. I have 2 dogs. Rocky is our family dog, and then Eros is like my dog. He's I'm the one responsible for all this stuff, and my family helps out every once in a while, but I am mainly the one taking him outside and all that stuff. Hi, buddy. Oh, you brought a bone. You got a bone, buddy. You got a bone. Good job. And he's going to be chewing on that in the background, which I am not caring to stop him. Oh, this is actually a really pretty design. I like this. I like this. There goes Eros. Very easily distracted. He's gonna be about 10, no, not 10 months old. I did the math wrong. He's gonna be, I don't remember how old he's gonna be, but his birthday is on April 13th. He's an April guy, and I looked it up, and I don't remember what it was. No, I don't want that. There it is. He's an Aries, which, just for fun, I looked what Aries personalities are like, and it matches Eros pretty well, unfortunately. Oh, my brother's on a phone call. Usually, Eros is pretty hyper because he's a puppy. Sorry if I sound distracted or unsure of myself, it's just how I talk. I'm sorry. I have mental quote unquote issues. I have the ADHD. Or like how some people say I am ADHD. I hate when people are referring to people with ADHD or autism. They go, this person is ADHD, they need help. Like, are they the entire embodiment of that? What do you want? I'm streaming with my mic on.
Hamburger.
Okay, get out. He's my brother. But yeah, no, what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Oh well. Oh yeah, I was talking about like the embodiment, the people saying this person is autism, that stuff. It kind of irks me, cause I'm not diagnosed with autism, but I'm showing really good signs of it, and I've been diagnosed with ADHD, and if someone said this person is ADHD, I would kind of be offended, because clearly they're too lazy to say this person has ADHD. So, like, are you too lazy to actually research anything else about it? Good enough. I did, but I didn't. That's fine. That's fine. Arrow says join the realm of should I bargain that? Alright. Yeah, crap. I didn't open that. What was that? Sorry, I'm addicted to my phone. What was that? Oh. Hot take. Android is better than iPhone. You can't change my mind. Nobody can change my mind. It's just better in a lot of different ways. My ex-friends used to have iPhones, and they would, like, bully me for having... Of course they bullied me about a lot of stuff, but they bullied me a lot about having an Android. But I think they were just insecure because iPhone sucks. And yes, I am carrying inner turmoil, how could you tell? Like, I am extremely biased, but I don't care. Android is better than iPhone. The battery life is better, it can survive falls better. My phone has fallen from my 5-foot tall bed several times, and it was fine. Maybe a little bit cracked, but otherwise fine. If an iPhone fell from that height, you couldn't even use it anymore. You couldn't use that phone anymore. Meanwhile, I can use my Android after it falls off a tower. I'm just kidding, that's a bit of a stretch. But you get what I mean. The entire entire dilemma over Android and iPhone is a little pointless to me, to be honest. I haven't drawn any comic pages in a while, and I realized I forgot to stream drawing one last week, just 2 seconds ago. Damn it. Whatever. I haven't been drawing any of them anyway. I haven't, like, fallen out of love for my comic or anything. I love my comic. However, it's kind of hard to draw comic pages that take a lot of time when you have a puppy, who also takes a lot of time. So, I am not in danger of falling. I am not in danger of running out of pages to post, though. It was probably my brother that sent me a short or some dumb shit like that. Never mind that I said I was streaming with my mic. Whatever. Siblings. Eros is being too quiet and I can't see him, but I am choosing to hope that he's not eating something he shouldn't be. Which I am aware that I will regret that. But also, I've kind of been up his ass today. Or sorry, up his butt. Been trying not to swear as much. Especially on streams, because I've been redirecting children to my YouTube channel. I say as I'm pretty sure not even a week ago that I posted a short that swore like twice. If you can hear that, it's my dad yelling at my dog Rocky. It's never a dull moment in my house. Oh jeez. There's always something going on. Oh, hello. I just looked at the chat. Holy crap. Hi. Oh, jeez. I've been streaming for 30 minutes. All I babble about nowadays is my dog. like 99% of my conversations with my friends is me not talking for like 3 days, and then boom, Arrow's picture. Hey, buddy. Hi, Arrows. Here. Hi. Hi. Can you not circle my cords, please? Hi, buddy. Ow. Why did you bite me? I thought you loved me. Your breath smells like dog food. Ugh. No, it smells like cat food. It smells like you've been eating cat food. Mister. I can't be mad at him. Actually, no, it smells like the stick that he's carrying around right now. Question, yeah? What's up? It's probably read that like 10 minutes after it was sent. Sorry. Any chance at good at computing? Anyone? Oh, I can barely hear you. I'm 90 volume. Ah, crap. I'm kind of far away from my PC. Hello. That might be a bit too high. I'm not sure. My mic is... I don't really have a real way to test it without screwing with the stream. So it's like a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. Ow. Sorry. Bro, that scared me. I whacked my head on the back of my chair. Yeah, my tone can range from like, you can barely hear me, to me shouting. That's just something that me and my family do. Plus, a stupid microphone. I bet my brother's sending me a bunch of stuff. can hear him. Yeah, he's sending me stuff. I just heard him knocking away from his room. He's like that. Hold up, I hate school. This homework is torture. Yeah, I don't like school either. Technically, I need to do school right now. But I mean, what my mom doesn't know can't hurt her. Just realizing that I screwed up the outlines. But I don't really care enough to fix it, especially since the tail will be behind something. I don't like how this bit of animation turned out because it's ugly. But it is just a little bit of animation. It doesn't bring down the entire thing. I'm hoping. Also, I have a cold. I have a really bad cold because I live in Minnesota. I'm gonna look at the temperature right now. It is about noon for me. About the hottest it'll get right now. 13 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't really know what that is in Celsius, but it's cold. 6 degrees Fahrenheit right now. It's like -6 Celsius over here. Yeah, Minnesota is already really cold, but I can imagine where it is in other places, because Minnesota isn't really fun to be in during the winter. Nobody talks about how hot it is in the summer either. In Minnesota, it's known that it's pretty cold, but during the summer, it gets up to the hundreds. Gets up to like 110 degrees on the hottest days. So there's really no winning. Should I shave this part? I don't want to, so I'm not gonna. Because I don't care. I had a lot of fun drawing this frame for some reason, even though this is like one of the most traumatizing events of my life. It's for a dumb reason too. It's not like life ruining. When I went to school one day, my backpack, because for a science project, we needed to make a cell thing out of basically whatever, and if we made it out of food, we could eat it. And being the hungry little child I was, I made mine in a bowl with like caramel and other stuff in it, and I stupidly put the bowl of caramel in my backpack, and it ruined a lot of the books in my backpack. Looking back on it is really funny, but at the time, I was like full on ready to kill anyone that pissed me off because I was already really mad. So, like a cell, okay. A cell of like a plant cell or an animal cell, or I forgot what it's called, but basically you had to take a, like, what are you chewing on? Hey, what are you chewing on? Yeah, you know better, quit it. Sorry, Eros is chewing on something. Basically a cell of like a plant cell or I think it was an animal cell. Hi, Eros. And I chose an animal cell because it was easier. But I spilled it all over my backpack. You were trusted with that? Yeah, I don't know how we were either. My friend at the time made a whole damn cake and brought it to school for that project. Yeah, no, I didn't really like making that project. And the thing that made me really mad, even thinking back on it now, that still kind of pisses me off, is this one kid that turned around and asked if I was alright. Usually a pretty kind gesture. I told him I was, to like, because at that point I was like bawling my eyes out because number one, my project was ruined. And number two, I basically embarrassed myself. So I just told him, yeah, sure, I guess I'm okay. And then he started to say what my project looked like. And he didn't even finish his sentence before I started crying again. And then he tried to say, oh, I was just trying to check if you were okay. Like, sir, no, you weren't trying to check if I was okay. You were just trying to check if I would cry. If you compared my caramel soup to whatever he was going to compare it to. I still remember the name of that kid, and it was something really basic. Actually, I don't remember it, but it was something super basic. Actually, I do now. I'm not going to say it because, but it was something super basic, like, for example, Bob. It was something super basic like Bob. And whenever I hear the kid's name now, I get very punching friendly. Oh, I have to go. Bye. Bye. We plan our next crying piece. The reason why I was crying wasn't really because my project fluked. Because even if it did fluke, I didn't really spend that much time on it. But the reason why I was crying was because I embarrassed myself in front of the entire class. And when it's really funny because when it was my turn to go, the teacher said, okay, Sake, are you ready to go yet? And then she took one look at me and she was like, alright, who's gonna go after Sake? Hi, Eros. Hi, buddy. Hi. Oh, hi. Your breath smells awful, dude. Oh, there he goes. You could shove anything in front of me and I cry. Yeah, I used to be like that when I was like, I don't remember how old I was, but my friend would be like, hey, you want to see this cool video? It's super cool. And then it'd be like of a cat dying. It'd be one of those ridiculous videos of a cat dying. And I'd be like, why did you show me that? You said it was super cool. And she said, no, I didn't. I said it was sad. That's when I unlock gaslighting. Kidding. I don't gaslight people on the regular. I don't anymore. I used to. I was a little menace when I was younger. I don't think I even realized that I was gaslighting people. But I've grown out of that ish, I think. I want to think that I grew out of that. But I can't ever be sure because I don't know. I draw for a religious book. The time of doing that is, you know what I did? I cried. I would too, but not really because I was super sensitive or anything. I was, and I frankly still am. But it would be because oh no, oh no, what have I done? What have I done? Oh, I have a stuffy nose. Like no other right now. I always have a chronic stuffy nose. Everyone in Minnesota has a chronic stuffy nose. I think. I'm not sure. Don't take my word for that. Oh, jeez. My dogs are Yorkin. My dogs are Yorkin. Sometimes I say, like, Yorking instead of barking because I think it's funny. and then my family picked up on it, so whenever the dogs are barking, I just say, "Oh, the dogs are yorking again," and everyone does that. For a question, how the hell do your schools work? That's something I've fretted about for a while. The grades kind of suck. How they work is even more confusing, but the way that the grades are put out is just awful. Because if you get 70, like, let's say you have a quiz for like 100 questions, and you get 70 of them correct. That's a good amount of them. But you still get a C. You still get a C if you get 70 of them correct. And if you get like 50 questions right, you fail. You're done. If you get 50 or less right. Sometimes it's even 60 or less in some schools. What do you... Oh. Eros has a chunk of wood that he likes throwing around. It's like 2 pounds. 2 US pounds. I hate that we use like pounds and all that stupid stuff. Because, like, we're the only place that uses it. I'm actually kind of frustrated because they keep us in school from learning this stuff. They keep us from learning that stuff. Because America, baby? Like, I don't get it. So you still C here, C+. D is ADHD and lockers, because oh my god, I wish we did. We have to carry our bags everywhere. Mine always weigh about 90 kilograms. Yeah, we do have lockers, but it's not like anyone uses them. We do, but we don't at the same time. Like, okay. We have lockers, but for example, people in high school or middle school, anyone who goes by the bell schedule, they don't, like, there are 4 minutes between classes. 4 minutes. And I get that, like, you have to make sure the kids aren't doing something dumb between classes. But also, can you give them time to actually get to the class without being yelled at for being tardy? I'm not sure if tardiness is, like, a thing all around. I'm not sure about that. Tardy is basically just being late. But we never had time to go through our lockers, get something out, and put it back. We just had to carry them around everywhere. 4 minutes? You have time? Yeah, they, in the public school that I'm going to currently, well, I'm not going to it anymore, they were gonna put it to 3 minutes. Which, seeing as I was almost late to every class that I went to at 4 minutes, why would they even consider that? I'm glad that they didn't, but why? We have no minutes. I've seen some places that do that, and my only answer to that is Godspeed. There was one class, and it was at the end of the day too. That's what made it even worse. I wouldn't be that mad about it if it was like at the start-ish of the day. It was the last class that I had. I had to go from like choir, which is on the, let's say, the right bottom side of the school. And then I had to go to home ed, let's call it. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but I had to go to home ed, which was on the top left side of the school. So I not only had to go upstairs, but I had to go to the other side of the school to get to the class. And it wasn't even worth it because that teacher put way too many responsibilities on us. And then when we screwed up, she was like, "You guys are in 7th grade. You should be responsible by now." Like, I get you're trying to get us to be responsible, but we are children. We are children when the world doesn't really matter to us right now. Can you be at least a little lenient? She was just a... Bro, how big is your school? It was... I don't remember how big it was, but it had all of the grades in it, which, looking back, that's a pretty rare thing to have in a school, at least in America. But, like, it had 2 floors. It used to have more floors, but right now it only has 2. And it usually just there were more classes downstairs than upstairs, if I'm remembering correctly. And I'm not really sure how to explain it, but they would put all of the big classes upstairs. So like science and home ed and all that stuff upstairs. But lighter stuff like choir or like English, I guess, would be downstairs. I'm pretty sure that's how that worked anyway. Hello, screwing around with character design. Small change of topic. Anyway, I don't like school. School sucks. Your school sounds so amazing. They kind of are, but they also kind of aren't. Like, okay. Usually, the teachers were nice-ish, and, like, all the classes were fine, but the kids are freaking menaces. Isn't, like, school, I went back to school, to public school, to have social interaction, but I was closed out and mocked for just doing my own thing. So I was like, okay, I've had enough, goodbye. And then people are turning around, they're like, no, why are you leaving? Come back. Actually, the person that I, very, very long story short, wish I had never met again was at school, and I have personal dilemmas about that. want to get into it on live stream because it's honestly not very kid friendly, number one. Number two, it's really sensitive to me. I'm a very closed off person. Well, sometimes. Usually I'm a pretty closed off person. However, I haven't gone through life ruining things, but some of the stuff that I've still gone through was not fun, was not pretty. Trying to look for, there we go. But, however, good news, he is out of my life. I was actually planning on making a video about it, but I'm too lazy. Too lazy for that crap. I will rant about him though. Ranting about him is fun. Do I do the story slash and do the drawings? I'm not sure what that means. What is one time that guy... For example, one time we were... I don't really want to say what it was called, but we were at like an event, a yearly event that happens in my town, and he really wanted a sword, so he would not stop sharking it and circling around it until he bugged his parents enough to have him buy it. And what I mean by that is that he will not give up to have anyone. He will not give up until someone tells him yes instead of no. I'm gonna say the story is just draw listen instead because he said don't want to talk about it. Oh yeah, I could do that. I could do that eventually. I probably could. I don't really have an issue about talking about it, but then again, some of the stuff that he did is just ew. And to make it even worse, about a person that doesn't take no for an answer, he had a crush on me. So he would not take no for an answer about that, and I'm pretty sure you can see where that can go. As in terms of me still wanting to be friends with him. Hoodie. I love tying hoodies around myself. I tried to draw that here, but it just looks really weird, but I'm not changing it because I like it. But anyways, he would take my stuff, and when I tried to get it back, he would say, date me, and I'll give it back. And when I said no, he would try to keep my stuff. He even tried to keep my phone one time. I injured myself so much in primary, like once every day, that the medic teacher in there actually expected me. I had something similar to that happen to me. When I was in like first grade or so, I would get really bad nosebleeds a lot, and it became so common that when I came into the nurse to clean it up, she was like, oh, hey, Sake, how you doing? Another nosebleed? Alright. Just chillin' here, and if it gets bad, we'll call your mom. which it never got that bad. But I really wish that they called my mom. Not out of like, I wish, not out of like I thought it was that bad, because I wanted to get out. I wanted to get out of school because it was boring. Definition of blackmailer. Yeah, he was a pretty big blackmaily guy. He did it as a joke. He blackmailed me as a joke multiple times. And I even confronted him about it. He was like, yeah, I'm blackmailing you. And he thought it was funny. It was in fact not funny. I took a while to say that. I'm just so focused right now. Another thing that he did that I talk about a lot to my brothers, specifically my older one, he wanted me to go to like a military camp thing, which is like I don't really know what it is, but it's a camp that you do fun stuff in, I guess. But I didn't want to go, so he pressured me into saying that I wanted to go, and I said fine. Because at the time he was in my house and I didn't want him staying in my house overnight. So I just told him yes to get him off my back. And then later, I thought it over and I was like, I don't really want to go to that. So I told my mom that I would not be going. And then I told him that I would not be going. And he threw a gigantic fit about it. And there's one line that he said to me that I still remember word for word. After I kept on saying no, After I kept on saying no, he said, I don't care that you're saying no. You said yes earlier. So, yeah, that's a little sketchy. That's kind of, that even rubbed me the wrong way at the time, and now, looking back, that was a huge yikes. Alarm. But yeah, no, I'm over that guy by now. Because looking back on it, he actually did a lot of weird stuff. Samsung user? Yeah, I'm a Samsung user. I like Samsung. It's better. It's better than iPhone. Changed my mind. Android and Samsung are better. In my, I was gonna say humble opinion, but as soon as I say humble opinion, it's not humble anymore. I'm an iPhone user, sorry, we cannot be friends anymore, /J. Yeah, I had several people make fun of me for being a Samsung user, but all their phones broke in the time that my phone was still standing after having caramel spilled all over it. From that one story. My phone was in my backpack and it got soaked with caramel. And eventually the button stopped working. But it was still functional, I just couldn't turn it off or turn the volume up. I was getting bullied one time, you know what they tried to do? Insult my parents. Oh wait. Oh. I'm really not. Just kidding. Whatever. It's a common inside joke that I lick handrails in my family. Because, we went to Tennessee, which is about mid-south of America. So, we went to Tennessee, and the night earlier, someone pulled the fire alarm. But there was no fire, just so I'm clear. There was no fire, and I was stressed the hell out, and I couldn't get back to sleep. So, the next morning, I was tired out of my mind, and I rested my head on the handrails. And to anyone bypassing, it looked like I was snorting and licking the handrails. And eventually my mom noticed. No, it was my dad. My dad noticed, and he was like, "What the hell are you doing, Sake?" And I said, I'm tired. And he said, why? Why are you licking the handrail? And I said, I'm not. Oh, we went to a go-kart place. I forgot to mention that. We were going to a go-karting place, and I was on a handrail, snorting it. And it's been an inside joke ever since that I lick handrails. funny story about Eros. I'm just babbling about stories because I think it's fun. Funny story about Eros. Originally he was my brother's dog, but my brother couldn't take care of Eros anymore, so he gave Eros to me, with my parents' approval, of course. And before that, he got Eros at 8 weeks old, which means Eros was a tiny little guy. He was a little puppy, like little puppies are. And he was a menace to society. I have several pictures of him, but they're all blurred because he refused to stay still. The only picture that I have of him that isn't blurred is him tackling me. Do you do bowling? What's your high score? Mine's like 290 or something. I was never good at bowling, but my dad is really good at bowling. Because he had the highest high score of anyone there for a few years before they took out the bowling alley for some reason. Oh hey, I might actually get finished with coloring this thing. Holy crap. Anyway, my dad had the highest score of anyone in there for like 2 or 3 years because they refused to take it down. And my dad is pretty sure that they refused to take it down to spite someone who is actually running to be the mayor of my city currently. Not my city, my town. I'm not gonna say who he is because that's doxing. But yeah. To be honest, he wouldn't be a very good mayor because he stole a bunch of money from my dad. Well, he didn't steal it, but he refused to pay it back. This is one of the last frames of the animation. Well, one of the last shots, actually. These are the last frames. Pretty excited for this animation, actually. I have so many weird stories from my childhood, and it's not even over yet. 4 years until my childhood free trial runs out. I'm just gonna leave this as an outline because I'm lazy. Alright, actually. That means that I'm done animating this. Oh crap. That's cool. The backing to my drawing tablet fell off. Okay, that means that this stream is done. Done. That sounded weird. Hi, Eros. Hi, buddy. Eros, do you have anything to add? Belly rubs, got it. He says belly rubs. Alright, that's it for now.